Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin, and if you're like me and you're into fishing, for sure you like dual graph mounts on your boat. And in today's video I will be making a tall, heavy duty, adjustable and removable dual graph mount for your fishing boat. In today's market, if you want to get a nice heavy duty dual graph mount that is adjustable, removable and all the goodies, that'll probably set you back about $400. Not only that, you might have to wait probably a month or two for it, if you're lucky enough. Everything you see here is marine grade, aluminum, stainless steel, and if you build this, it'll probably last you a lifetime. Now, if you don't want to drop the $400, this might be a solution for you. Yeah, this is not your $10 graph mount or $20 graph mount. This is not your kid's scooter graph mount, okay? So this will cost some money, these parts. And everything you see here, I think it was about right around $100. After a bit of research and going through a couple of prototypes, I came up with this set right here. All these parts, especially the aluminum parts, are part of a railing system that McMaster Carr sells, with the exception of the stainless steel screws, knobs, and this pin over here. And this setup is made for having a top mount Garmin live scope. And right underneath that Garmin will be a Humminbird Mega 360. Now you can customize this to your own liking using whatever graphs you like. That's totally up to you. I will be putting links in the description below for all these parts that I'm using here. If I don't have links, I will put part numbers so you can order it yourself from McMaster Carr. So without wasting any more time, let's go through these parts. This will be the base. This is the part that I'll be using as the base of the mount. This is 3.5 inches in diameter, and it's about 2.8 inches tall, and it has two 3/8/16 set screws on the side here. This is the part that I'll be mounting onto the deck of the boat. You can also use this part as the base. As you can see, this comes with pre-drill holes. The only thing I didn't like about this is that the holes here are 7/16, and for me those are too big of a hole to put into the boat. So that's why I went with this one over here, where there is no holes in it, as you can see. And I'll be drilling my own holes, which will be 1/4 inch. The pole for mounting all the graphs is going to be made out of this section of pipe. This is a 2-foot section of 1 5/8 OD aluminum pipe, and it's 1/8 of an inch wall thickness. It's a very heavy duty pipe, very sturdy. This will go into this base like this. Then this part over here will be the adjustable for the second graph, and this is too wide as it is right now. It's 4 inches wide. I'll be cutting this exactly in half. You can end up having two parts actually, so if you don't like having a top mount like the way I'm gonna do it, you don't have to buy this part anymore. You can just use the two halves out of this. They both have set screws if you cut it in half, and you can mount one on the top and one on the bottom, and they're adjustable up and down. I'll be replacing this set screws with thumb screws. These are stainless steel thumb screws because I don't want to be walking around with an Allen wrench in my pocket all day long. So these will be coming out like this, and we'll install these over here. This way, when you put your graph in here, you can just stop it wherever you want, just like so. Same thing with the top mount. I'll be removing the set screw, and I'll be replacing it with a thumb screw. This is just for the time being, so I can kind of demonstrate how everything is going to work. In the end, this will have the two set screws set because I'm not going to be moving this up and down anyway. But just so you guys have an idea of how this whole setup is going to be. So you have your top mount. This is where the Garmin is going to go, like so. Then you have your adjustable second mount. And this is where your I'm going to be cutting this in half again, so you're not going to see this bottom part. This is where your hummingbird is going to be, so you're going to have that nice stacked look. To make the whole setup easily removable, we'll be doing a couple of mods. We'll remove this set screws over here into the base, from the base. On the bottom hole, I will enlarge that to fit this 3/8 stainless steel quick release pin. This also has a lanyard. I'll probably be drilling and tapping a screw over there to hold it so you won't be losing it. So let's say you come to the boat, you put your graphs in, then you slide your quick release pin, and that's going to hold your pole to the base. But you also have a little wobble, and then that's when this thumb screw is going to come in on the second hole, on the top hole, and this is going to lock everything in place and everything is solid. I will start by drilling my mounting holes into this base. Now these are 1/4 inch screws, and you want to drill this in the middle of this shoulder right here, and I did a little bit of measuring. We have about, I'll say 60 thousandths. This shoulder is about 60 thousandths, so half of that will be about 30 thousandths. Let's go back to 30 thousandths. Doesn't have to be perfect, it's not rocket science. And then I'll just scribe a 30,000 line on the back of the base here. It'll be easier to drill the holes from the back of the base, since on top of the base you have this whole support sticking up, so your drill, if you don't have a long drill bit, it'll be kind of hard to drill. I did some math and I came up with about 2 inches. Now this doesn't have to be perfect. I didn't want my holes, mounting holes, to interfere with these holes up front here, so I would like my holes to be kind of right about here. So I just transfer over my first hole, marked it, then I went from this one 2 inches, mark the next one, went from this one 2 inches, mark the third one, and the same with the fourth one. So you have equidistance in between all your 4 holes. Let's punch our holes. I'll start with a smaller drill bit, then I'll go to the 1/4 inch. This thing is pretty thick. It's about a little bit more than a 1/4 inch, I'll say. We'll drill the 1/4 inch holes now. Now we'll countersink the holes using this countersink bit. This is how my mounting screws are going to look like looking from the top. Okay, let's get this hole drilled out. Okay. Let's see how far away from the bottom that is, because I don't want to be right on the bottom. Oh, that's pretty good. We'll countersink the holes a bit for that nice finished look. There you go. That will help with that ball when you pull out the pin too. There you go. I countersunk the holes in the pipe too. Now let's see how everything works. Pipe goes in, pin goes in. That's it, you're locked. I did this for safety reasons too. Let's say this gets loose, drops in the water, whatever, you don't notice it. At least this will hold your graphs in place. But let's see what is in there. Nice and locked. I'm gonna take it out, loosen up this, pull out the pin, take out your graphs. We're done with the base, so I'm gonna put that on the side. Now I'm gonna focus on cutting this thing in half so it will match the 2 inches of the 2 inches width of the hummingbird bracket. I just finished cutting this. You can cut this whatever way you feel like, whatever means you have available to you. You can cut it with a hacksaw, in a vise. You can cut it with a grinder, with a bandsaw, with a vertical bandsaw. I'm going to transfer the holes from this mount to this bracket and see which ones are in a better location. I think they will all work, but just take a quick look. Yeah, okay, anyone will work. Let's drill some holes. Holes are done. I'm just gonna countersink them a little bit so they don't have that sharp edge. I'm gonna be using this 832s. Go right through there and right through the mount. They're a bit long, but that won't bother me behind there. I can probably cut them a little shorter. But I will need an 832 nut to do that. It won't be bad once it's in. Okay, let me get this tightened up and we'll move on to the next step. Let's add thumb screw. This is it. Second graph. Just mount it, and that's how it looks. I'd say it looks pretty good. Now let's mount the top one. If you look at this bracket, it's a little small for this plate. That won't be a problem, I think, but just because I like things nice, I'm going to be using this. I have this 1/4 inch block starboard here. This is a marine grade HDPA, high density polyethylene, and HDPE, sorry. And I'll be making a backing plate for this, just for extra rigidity, nothing else. But again, it's not necessary. I think if I put 4 screws in here, this will hold perfect. Like I said before, if you don't want to use the top mount like this and you want to have both of them adjustable, you can use this other half with another thumb screw. It's nice that these thumb screws come in a pack of 5, so you get 1, 2, 3. You can use them everywhere you need. You can use the second one. And then you can mount your second graph like this. And you can just move them up and down wherever you want. So this is my 3x9 starboard piece. I'm gonna be putting this right here, back in this plate, and I'm going to transfer this shape over here. So I'll do a nice job. We'll cut it the same way. Got this backing plate sanded up a little bit after the cutting, and it matches perfectly the back of the Garmin mounting plate. Now I'm going to mount the backing plate to this, and then we're going to mount this to the backing plate. So I transfer the hole from this to this. Now I'm going to countersink this, and I will be using some countersunk screws on this one. Beautiful, they're all flush. This is it. I transfer the holes from this mounting plate to this one. Now drill them out. Just gonna clean them up. Okay, let's get some screws in here and see how it fits. All tight the holes, nothing wrong with that. Beautiful. I need one more screw. Let me find it. Okay, this is it. Let me put the nuts on this side and we're done. There you go. So now it's tight. If I want to tilt it towards me, I can do that. Then I can just lock it in the position I want. Okay, now let's put the graphs on and see how it looks like that. I mounted the graphs in here. This is how they look mounted. There's a little bit of a gap in there in between them, but I think it'll be fine. You just have to adjust them when they're on the boat. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I have fun doing it. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Smash that like button, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, maybe this will make you do it. Yeah, I like it. Let me know what you guys think. Post in the comments below. You like it, you didn't. What would you do otherwise? Other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.